thing I would like to share at this moment is that many of the students coming from law colleges, especially from the government law colleges, really they are very capable and promising students who have been able to climb the steps of legal education in many walks of life, like judiciary, teaching, then public undertakings, government offices, civil services, and even in the army, that is judicial officers in the army, and in many walks of life. And many people think that studying only in national law schools can give a promising career afterwards. But as far as I am concerned, since I have worked in the self-financing colleges, and also as I have put in around 25 to 30 years of teaching in different government law colleges in Kerala, starting from starting as a guest lecturer from Law College Trivandrum. I studied actually in Law College Trivandrum, and after that I could serve there as a guest lecturer before I joined as a permanent teacher in the Law College Calicut, Ernakulam, etc. So, in my opinion, the students should have a potential, an inspiration, a motivation, an aim when they join a law institute. That is the only thing that is necessary to realize your dreams. See, the institution in which you study, it doesn't matter if it is a government college or if it is an international law school. See, many of the middle class people, they may not be able to afford the fee structure in the national universities or in the international law schools. But that shouldn't dampen your spirit that you have not been able to join a particular world class institution. See, that the living example I am going to introduce you today is Soumya Rajaram, who passed out from a common law college. She was a promising student. She had that motivation, the inspiration, and the dedication and sincerity to conquer the the important levels, the higher levels that a person could achieve in a legal profession. So I still remember her as a student in 2005 to 2009, where she studied in Law College Ernakulam. And after that, she could write that All India level entrance exam and join JNU as the course for MPhil, PhD, integrated degree. From there, she could rise up to as an international trade expert, so national as well as international, and ultimately she joined as a professor in the Jindal Global Law School. So you can see the steps or the process in which she could conquer the higher levels in legal education. The teaching is a very good option as far as a law student is concerned, especially a student who reads, who has the taste to talk well, who has the fluency in the language, and who has that research or an analyst mentality to go into the depth of the subject. He or she can become a very good teacher. And that is the only essential quality which is required for a teacher. That is, he should be patient, tolerant, a good listener, and a research-oriented the work she or he can put in when she works as a teacher. That is, she should also be a good learner in that subject. She should learn that subject along with the students. See, law, as you know, is a very vast subject. Every day, new technology and new terms and new process of disputes are coming into the global area. So you cannot acquire an advocacy skill in all the areas. So every day a new dispute is coming. So you should be able to go and study, especially the new areas like intellectual property rights, cyber laws, and also the new kinds of contracts which we see nowadays, the digital world. See, these are all areas which we didn't study when we were students. But that is why I told you, every day you are a student. You should be able to update yourself, the latest decisions that is coming in the high courts as well as in the Supreme Courts, how they apply the law. See, the judiciary has to apply the law. It's the legislature which is making the law. So this is very essential for every teacher. And I find that all the participants in this group, the teacher development session, they are well equipped by the different techniques that has been adopted by the LJRF to acquire the skills of teaching. And I think that as lawyering is a noble profession, teaching is also a noble profession. And we get students like Soumya. See, even after 10 to 12 years, I am able to introduce her. See, that is the wealth of a teacher. You are able to interact with them. You are proud. You have become, I am really privileged. I am honored actually to introduce students like Soumya. There are many students. See, many of the High Court judges now in Kerala, they were my students, and many working in the civil services and other walks of life. See, when you see them, that wealth cannot be robbed by any robber or anybody outside. That wealth only a teacher can be proud of. That's the credit or worthy of a teacher. And when you are taking a class, when you are addressing a group of students, you also become young, you become energetic. And even after my retirement of around 10 years now, 7 to 8 years, I'm still young, still energetic because of young students around me. So I can really be proud that teaching after taking an LLB degree is a very good option, and you can rise to the level which Soumya has attained now, and very easily if you put sincere effort into it. And with these words, I hand over the main speaker, Soumya, to take over, and I thank the organizers of this program.
Different news reported in Hindu, which I consider it has a constitutional importance. And the second issue reported by this Hindu, which is, I think, is a constitutional